Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. We are the Rollers of Fate. My name is Mo, and I'm your host for today. And as always, sitting alongside me is our hearty toddy DM, Cisco Blanco.
Oh, thank you, Mo. And just before we go further into this, we have an announcement just for Mo today.
What? What announcement?
Happy birthday, Mo!
What?
Yay! We're gonna sing happy birthday to you now. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday!
to you.
Happy
Birthday to you.
birthday!
Happy birthday, dear Mo.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
you.
Wow, yay! We just lost 300 viewers. Yay!
Thank you.
I'm joking.
For our
Quick, blow out the webcam. Blow out the webcam.
I can't hear. What you saying? I can't hear anymore.
If you like the non-trademark one, the non-trademark song for you. Oh, birthday boy, add one more year. Oh, birthday boy with a big fat beer. This is now water.
Thank you, everyone.
Sorry, Mo.
Much appreciated. Yes, it's my birthday today. I am some age and still getting older. But yes, we are here to play some D&D, so don't worry about my birthday. I will probably do stuff in game according to that. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll find out. Anyway,
We all know you're from the astral sea. Don't worry, it's okay.
the weather is super hot here in the UK. But you know what's hotter? Our players. We got Lucky, Mark, Ross, Andy, and Luke. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Obviously, you can see we are missing Joey this week, and we'll have him hopefully back next week. So, on to the announcements. Cisco, take it away.
Alrighty. Okay. Definitely was ready. Yay! Damn it. Sorry. My apologies. Here we are. All right. For those of you who are new to our stream, I'm still saying from my head. I have not watched our previous episodes. Please, you can check us out straight away on Twitch as our stream finish. We will be there. Otherwise, on our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D, where you can find our previous episode, including our horror campaign, Curse Strat. Ooh, Dining in Barovia. That is DM by me, and Mo is a player there, and another awesome bunch. Also, if you have any queries, fan art, anything you want to tell us, please, you can email us at rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. Or as well, we have a Twitter channel where we keep up-to-date news and schedules and so on at Fate D&D. And yeah, and lastly, but not leastly, that just made that up. Our games can be a bit gory and scary. We love torturing children and all sorts of things. So just to give you a little bit of warning content, our animals always die. So yeah. And thanks for that. And thank you for being here, guys. It's an honor. Back to you, Mo.
Thank you very much. Just a little another announcement. As I mentioned, the weather is super hot, so we may have some technical difficulties this week. And if in the game the stream goes down, we'll try to rectify it if we can. Otherwise, we will have to see you guys next week and catch up then and see what would have had transpired in the game. But if there is nothing else, let us see what mysteries shall be revealed today. Ooh. Music. Okay, music. Again, I'm trying to. Is it there? Hello?
Yes.
Very soft.
Yes.
What?
Oh, I can hear it perfect.
I can't hear it at all. It's not even playing on my side.
I can hear it.
No! Refresh.
Oh no!
Here comes the technical difficulties.
Already started.
Already started.
Technical difficulties. Sorry.
Come on, music. Play on my side. Be nice to me. There we go. Okay. Previously on the seal pages of Verglas, the party received tattoos of the holy symbol of the traveler on their butt cheeks. And as they continued to entertain the caravan, Archelaus, the great reader, came to his old friend Dulthir and invited him into the great library. Meanwhile, the enchanter of Candlekeep came with a dangerous opportunity for the party, asking them to take down a behir and recover its lightning glands, each worth 1,000 gold pieces. Ruin discovered that the destination of this creature takes him close to where he needs to deliver the shield. The party accept and prepare to leave in a few days. Whilst in Candlekeep, the group decide to somewhat independently research a few things. Bruce manages to gather his scroll of scrying from the Great Reader, Feminor Scrivenback, and further research into the Shadowfell mushrooms, which he does not know if they have been completed or not. Errol discovered a deep understanding of the ethereal plane and how, in his boundless space, if there was a source of gravity, then perhaps that is where they would find the paintings. Ruan delved deep into the research about the Black Dragon Master and its symbology towards the Queen of all Dragons, Tiamat. But the only thing that they could find was that the chromatic mask's existence, and nothing else could be found in Candlekeep. Simultaneously, Yagu wanted to discover the meaning of his vision that he had as he peered into the eyes of Auntie Greenbone. Focusing on the two moons, it was revealed to him that a place known as Exandria consists of these celestial bodies. Still unknown to what this all means, at least its existence has some truth behind the hag's eyes. Both Yagu and Ruin agreed not to reveal anything to the rest of the party. During one night, Yagu asked Bruce about his meditation, interested in the process and how it strengthens him during the combat. Bruce offers to guide him through this and throughout the days yet to come. And finally, Aki and Vergwind Littleglide, his mother, paid a visit to the first reader, Skoda Valanasta, in search for more information about Androthator. He discovered that the city that was destroyed at the Anarok Desert was 28 years ago, the same age as Aki. And when Vergwin attempted to remember where or how she found Aki, she seemed confused around that knowledge. Skoda gave Aki an artifact to help prevent him from hurting others if he lost control again, a device that would shift him into an area away from life and possibly away from the plane of existence as well. 4 days go by quickly, and on one other night before departure, we'll begin our story in Bruce's room, where I'm trying to slow down the music. There we go. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll turn this one a little back on because it was playing before.
Gonna be the sad music, isn't it?
When you find yourself we find ourselves in Bruce's room, where Bruce, you find yourself sitting on the bed once again, holding the mirror, the magical mirror, in your hand. What would you like to do?
Bruce will look at it. He's had several attempts at trying to communicate this message the last few days before leaving Candlekeep. He'll continue to keep sending messages over the days as they go by. He's going to try again, and it will be the same message he's agonized over every single day since he got back from the spa. I apologize. When we first met, you named yourself Nidalia. I'm Bruce. Please, are you well? I would like to talk. Hopefully in person one day. And that is all 25 words.
Okay. As you do that sending once more, the mirror starts to show an image, cloudy, smoky, misty, for this time. And you don't really see anything, but you hear a raspy voice that says to you, when you look into the eyes of evil, evil looks back at you. And as you hear these words, you feel like a pain almost within your mind. I need you to make a religion check.
Okay, I am average at that. Religion.
All right.
Oh no. Do I want to use an inspiration? No, I don't.
As you feel this pain, even though you try for a second to reach out to Saloon, who you have been close to lately, it seems that the connection is not there, and you take 7 points of psychic damage as you see as the mirror cracks and it blasts into shards.
What the what? No! Oh no!
As the shards fall all over your bed, you look at the window just for a quick second and you see the full moon shining where there was no full moon before.
No, 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 no! And Bruce is frantically trying to gather up all the shards. No! He's not even. He's kind of somewhat aware of the moon, but he's more focused on the broken mirror. It's not even mine. It's not even mine. And now, no. He's just trying to keep the rage. He can feel Bruce in particular is. Well, Bruce has not been that audible for a good wee while now, but you can feel him sort of clawing at the door. Essentially, he wants out. He wants to break something. No. And he sort of he goes as he's on the floor, gathering the pieces. He sort of like smashes his hands on the ground. No.
As you start collecting the pieces as well, based on your survival and your hunting techniques that you have learned in the past, you kind of comes to your mind that this is beyond the material, this is magic, and you know that it's hard to destroy things like that. So it kind of strikes you that it's very likely this can be fixed, but for now it's broken.
And he thinks to himself, sir. He tries to remember his meditation techniques he was taught by his mother years ago. Oh, I swear to you, Tiamat, you've made an enemy of me. I might just be a lowly mortal, but you have made an enemy of me. It's for what anything is worth. And at that point, he looks at the moon, and he says,
As
and he
you
mutters
look to the
himself,
moon, you actually realize that these clouds start to cover the whole sky, and just as out of nowhere, a storm breaks into the night. One of those summer, early winter storms. It's just, sorry, summer is on the other campaign, that's on Sunday. Winter.
real life.
Yeah, winter storm, and it's just like so sudden.
He doesn't avert his gaze from the storm. Whether there's symbolism of that or if it's just coincidence, he doesn't know. And he mutters to himself, I hope you will support me in this saloon. And Tiamat, I never had any quarrel with you, but I swear I will hurt you if given the choice. I'm sorry, Maz. This was yours. He'll gather up the pieces again, and if you permit me, he'll leave his room and he'll knock on Maz's door. I'm assuming this is at night, even if it is the middle of the night, just he'll knock on Maz's door.
I'll probably mage hand it open because it's at night. I'm probably in bed.
Bruce walks in. He looks kind of ashen faced, and he's holding the mirror and the shards kind of in his hand. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mads.
What the fuck happened?
I attempted to use your mirror, and this happened.
And
I'm so
shit.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. I mean, what? How did you do this? How did you do this?
I don't think I could have if I tried. This is a magic item,
That's why I'm asking.
I've been attempting to communicate with Ndalia the last few days before we left. And on this occasion, I got a message back.
Oh, that sounds worrying.
It wasn't her. It said, if you attempt to look, something along the lines of, if you attempt to look evil in the eye, it will look back, or something to those lines. And the mirror shattered. From what little I know of such things, this should take great power.
Yeah, something neither of us have. I mean, to be honest, it is just kind of there's a tool. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, you were getting more use out of me than I was. I mean, it's sad to have lost it, but I mean, better this than you, I suppose.
I think it can be fixed, but I don't know.
I was gonna say, Maz, make a Arcana check.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Ziggy was gonna tell you Arcana in your head, but yeah.
Please roll well.
I'll say maybe if he's okay with Mo, Ziggy will help you. You can roll with advantage.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
thanks. Oh,
As he can do that sometimes.
I just realised I was a mute saying that. Thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
20 fucking free. I needed that.
All right.
We both did.
With a 23, you'll look at it. You know that a simple mending spell could possibly fix this solution.
I mean, if the others can mend magically, because maybe they can do it. I can't, but maybe they can.
Truly, that's a thing you can do.
Well, it's limited. Hopefully, I mean, it wasn't too strong of a magical item, maybe.
Oh.
But I don't know if we want to wake up everyone and see if they can, because I know I can't. Wait.
I would.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, I don't specifically know what type of school mending is, but yeah, this transmutation. I can't get access to it at the minute, but maybe the others have.
Well,
It's honestly it's okay. You were getting more use of it, and mirrors aren't really my thing.
I'll be honest. If I am being rather selfish. The reason I'm so perturbed is not because you're. I mean, I am somewhat disappointed that I've smashed something that belongs to you. It's more what it represents. I don't know. I needed this, and I fear this may keep happening. But I would not stop either. And I know how selfish that sounds, but it's not even mine.
Oh no, it's fine. You're going through a lot. We'll get there.
Thank you, Maz. I promise you, I will get this fixed. And
It's fine. If you want, you can owe me the 100 gold, but we'll sort it soon.
what if you require payment? I will happily.
No, it's fine. It was more of a light-hearted joke. Probably not the best time for it.
I wasn't joking though. If you do require some kind
No,
of
it's. I'm sure it's fine. You'll possibly hit something that's trying to hit me instead, and that'll probably be enough.
Of course. I'm very sorry to disturb you.
No,
Please have a
fine.
good night. I'm going to go and upset someone else's sleep pattern now. And
All right. I'd probably recommend either Yadu or Ruin. Aki doesn't seem like the fixing type.
Oh, he might surprise you. Surprises me all the time.
I'm going bed.
Did you know about the time he blew up in my face? Very surprising.
Yes, but that is of the destructive kind of surprising, not the fixing kind of surprising.
True, but people don't explode.
Well,
How many people have you ever met that explode?
Well, Aki.
Anyone else?
Okay,
Exactly! Hey, Bruce leaves.
fair enough.
Turns around, walks out. It's like, ah. He leans his head back in. And sincerely, thank you again. And walks away.
Okay.
To save time, he will knock on every magical friend he knows, just on their door. Say, hello, do you know the spell of mending? And he will ask. If no one does, we'll do this quickly because I know what stuff to do.
Okay, who has the magical mending spell? Anyone?
Hey, can you mend this with magic?
Ruin?
I'll telepathically tell him, yeah, I know it.
Wonderful.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh,
Good night, Bruce.
oh, bugger.
That's... I heard friends make jokes like this all the time, right?
Sure. Yes, good shape. Good shape to ruin. If you're in his
Thank you.
head, you kind of like while he's saying it, it's kind of like you can just sort of get the feeling in his head. You're still in his head telepathically, and he turns around and he walks out, knocks on Aki's door. Aki.
Yeah. Jeez.
Do-
Yeah.
Do you know the spell called mending?
No, never heard of
Oh,
it.
bugger. Never mind. He turns around and walks out after waking you up,
Yeah, okay.
and he knocks on Yagu's door.
As you knock on his door just opens up.
Oh.
But he is not opening. The door's not locked, so if you knock on it, it will just open.
Oh, go, by Jove. Yagu?
You see him sleeping on the floor. He's like snoring very heavily.
Oh my goodness.
For a point of inspiration, is he out of his shell?
What? Out of his no, he's in the shell.
Okay, I'm sorry, then you don't get it. I'm joking.
Bruce will walk up and just sort of like tap
Can
on
he?
his shell.
Can he?
That would
Can
be
he
hilarious.
be? Can he be out of his shell?
If I can do that, yes, then yeah.
Sure, you have a point of inspiration. Please
And I have
subscribe
the
to us.
ability, and I have the ability to get out of my shell physically. You can do
Sure.
that.
Yeah, why not? Your AC becomes 10. Yeah, like a normal person. Yeah, I'll. If you are happy with that, I will love the flavor of that. So
Sure.
yeah,
Bruce-
get a point of inspiration if you describe to us what he sees actually.
Oh yes, what does Bruce see? What abomination does Bruce see?
Well, first you probably get like the attention of Jagu's shell on the floor. You start like touching it and kicking it. You're like, wait a minute, this is way too light. Why is it not? And then you start looking at the bed, and then you actually see Jagu laying in the bed trying it out.
That's amazing. You got it.
Oh, by
Make sure you add it
Jove.
on.
He walks up, kind of like, and just taps you on the shoulder. Yagu?
Holy mo! What? Why are you in my room? How did?
Why are you
what?
over there on the floor? And in your bed?
Well, I got the free bed for a reason, so I might as well try it out. But to be honest, I don't get the hand on it yet. It's too fluffy. It's too...
How did you get out? It's only got small holes.
I'm actually quite, flexible at some parts.
What? There's flexible, and then there's being made of like goo. Oh, Yagu! Oh my god! I can't believe I didn't see it.
That would make a lot of sense now you talk about it.
It does. It does. Bruce is just. Oh god, this started off so seriously. Yago, I'm so sorry to disturb your sleep. do you know something called the spell of mending?
Yeah, I know of it.
Do you know it? Could you cast it?
Oh no.
Oh,
But maybe Harold can.
I think Errol might put an arrow in my neck if I disturb his sleep.
Like you're not used to it already?
You know, it's not something I wish I was, but it turns out I am. He turns around, he walks out. Good night, Jago. Very sorry. Shuts the
okay.
door. He will annoy Harold, but I'm guessing Harold doesn't open the door. The door is locked, or he's like banging on it. God damn it, Harold!
Can you check on his D&D?
I'm
beam?
going to this. Yeah, I'm checking if he has it.
I already
Oh.
did. Rangers don't get cantrips, just like paladins.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that too.
Damn.
Okay. Well then. Well, that was a fruitless exercise. Before turning back in for this tonight, Bruce will he'll do one final prayer in front of the moon and pray for some kind of guidance for down the line because he's gonna need it. And he'll also, before turning, goes, "If you're listening, Tiamat, we're not done. Not even close. Not one bit." And I'm done now.
You hear the thunderstorm getting more intense and the rain, and as you lay down to rest for the night, the sound disappears as you fall asleep, and you wake up to a cold winter's morning with the rain stopped, with the passing thunderstorm gone by, and every one of you wake up. Ruin, you find yourself woken up by a knock on the door. Tuk 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 tuk.
Bruce, I told you I don't know the mending spell.
You feel like someone's left something at the door. You see a shadow of something.
Huh. I'll just kind of like crawl off the bed and mage hand the door open.
You open, and there you see for you, a large, something wrapped up in cloth, but it's pretty large.
This is perfect. I'm just gonna kind of just pull it back into my room and spend 1 hour just holding on to it, and I just want to focus on my ritual, just meditating with the blade.
All right. As you conjure your long blade out, your long sword, it forms in front of you, and as you focus and concentrate on this new weapon in front of you, after the hours pass, you see the glow on your neck happen, and you see the longsword blade just disappear in front of you, and the weapon in front of you also kind of shatter, especially the hilt, the blade of it. The hilt shrinks. The staff shrinks, and then you see it forming as the longsword did your weapon in front of you. Consider yourself now with that weapon as your packed weapon.
Alright. Then I'll just kind of, as I'm finishing up the ritual, I'm going to clap my hands together and make the weapon vanish. This feels better.
Alright.
I never felt comfortable with just a blade. And then if he's still in the hallway or anything, I'll just shout out as loud as I possibly can, even if he doesn't hear me. Thank you!
Alright. There's no response, but as you open the door, you see the rest of the party also coming out as well into the kind of common area for you guys. As you do, you guys do see on the table there is a book, and there is also a letter on it, or some sort of kind of note on it.
Do I get my lost health back, or am I still at a...
No,
reduced?
everyone has long rest.
Mm.
What were you with reduced health for?
Because I took psychic damage from the...
Oh
failed
no.
religion check.
Yeah, you get your full health.
Just double checking.
Just here. As you all make your way down, kind of gathering your stuff together, you see the book in front of you. The note says from the enchanter, more information about the Behir or what you face.
Oh, this looks interesting.
Who opens it?
Oh,
Thank God for that.
I'll open it. I could read any language after all.
Bruce will pick you up and place you on the table where the book is, gently.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right.
There's a letter too, right? Maybe you can use your letter opener.
I actually can't really use it right now.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Performance anxiety, I suppose. It gets to the best of us.
Ruin, I do apologise if you would rather I ask first in future if I was to place you on the table for reading and such.
It's fine. I'm getting used to it. Let's go ahead and open up this book, and he's just gonna flip the cover open.
All right. As you kind of open the book, it's mostly to do just kind of general kind of monstrosities, creatures, most of them that you're aware of. But when it comes to the Behir, there's a bit more detail on that. And it says, a Behir was most often mistaken for a wingless blue dragon. It has a long, snake-like body and could slither on the ground like a snake. But it also has 6 pairs of legs upon which it could walk or climb if it chooses to do so. Each of the Behir's 12 feet contains 12 feet, meaning feet, contain 3 clawed toes. They generally begin the size of 6 or with a life with 6 or 8 legs and grow additional legs as they grow older. They have long, narrow heads, like crocodilian in shape, with curved black horns on the top, which are generally used to preening. Behirs generally are born hornless. Their mouths are full of many sharp, multicolored, translucent teeth that were valued for their gem-like beauty, and their bones were crystalline. Behirs are also expert climbers. They are surprisingly quick and could outrun the typical human. Behirs could also breathe a magical burst of electricity from their mouths, much like a blue dragon. There were some reports that they are also immune to poison. And then the other general stuff about them having 4 glands, generally to conjure the electricity. But apart from that, nothing else has been reported or has been said.
Do we gather any information about the location of those glands or the anatomy about them?
The general, it does show that the glands are close to the upper half of the portion, so the mouth towards the kind of the neck. The rest of it is more of a digestive system that it has.
Yeah, I'll be reading this all out loud to the group as well.
So aim for the ditch.
Or kind of center of the body, I guess. Just
center
not.
mass.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what we can work with.
It looks
Biggest target. That's lucky.
just so long as we don't aim for its neck.
I imagine it would burst and explode if you hit one of these things.
Quite possibly. I mean, even if you were to attack its head, it should damage the glands. From what I understand of creatures that do project some kind of attack, take a snake, for instance, projecting venom, starts back here. This does
Yeah,
make
so
sense.
we want to aim for the legs, the jaw,
Body.
and the
Yeah.
back. But I
I
really want its bones and its teeth, though. Those sound pretty valuable.
Yeah,
Indeed.
those sound cool.
Mhm.
It mentions climbing. This thing climbing is a scary idea. Does that mean it's more nimble than I would have thought?
I
Could
wish
be,
I still
but
had my wings.
How
mean-
large is this thing?
It
Like-
says it. What size does it say it is?
How large could he conceivably become? Since I rather
Being
suspect that's
mistaken for a
suspect that.
blue dragon, I imagine it's a rather large beast.
Mm.
Let me see. Does it say anything else about it?
While you're looking it up, I'll just kind of say to the group, if it does start climbing the walls, I could shatter the walls, have it fall.
Yes, it's not a bad
I
idea.
imagine. Is it not in the woods? You can shatter trees.
Maybe?
I could possibly blind it as well.
Hmm.
With-
But dragons can see through a lot of stuff. Would that work?
well, it's not a dragon, though.
It is
It looks
dragon-like,
like-
though, so I'd assume it's
Dragony.
strong.
Mm.
I may have a way
You
to
look
tackle
like a
that as
dragon.
well.
Can you see in the dark?
I can't see a thing in the dark.
Maybe we should recreate some of these and I'll pull the strap on the goggles.
Well, if we're to take all this information at face value, so it's able to climb up walls, so it's probably rather agile for something of its size. If it's mistaken for a dragon, it's very large. I do believe the enchanter said it was a. Did he say it was specifically a monstrosity, which is its own unique branch of creature?
He said his friend who we will meet will have more knowledge of this.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Let's not delve into this too much. We still have weeks before we even get close to it.
Hopefully not too long. Hopefully a shorter trip than we initially intended. Oh, by the way, before we leave, I want to ask the enchanter if he's able to do mending as such. That spell. Sorry for disturbing you all last night. It was important.
I will go with you to see him. I have a question also.
That's fine.
jolly
I
good.
actually have a question for you, Ziggy.
Oh. Right, everyone's asking me questions today. It feels like I've been gone 2 weeks.
Yeah. It does feel like you've been gone. It was kind of nice. No backhanded compliments.
I attempt to
not
slap
good.
him. I attempt to slap him with Mage Hand, realizing I can't attack with Mage Hand.
Crushes
I'll
him.
just kind of like slap at it like this, like. Knock it off, Ziggy. Come on. I want to have a serious conversation with you.
Oh,
Go
just
play
go
it, showing it.
We'll just go just now.
Yeah.
If you don't need the book, I can put this in the bag of holding.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine, and I'll just kind of mage hand him the book.
Okay, I'll call it the Book of Monstrosities, or
The monster manual.
Monster. That's what I was
fine, Monster Manual.
Nice.
Oh.
Monster Manual. Why
Meta
Monster
much.
Manual?
We know.
And Bruce will leave, presumably with Aki as well.
Okay. All right. Before you guys go to, actually, let's lead into that, and then we'll see. Because Aki, you said you wanted to do something as well.
I would like to catch up with 2 members of the caravan before going as well. After the enchanter, so kind of to say good during the goodbyes. I could catch up with them, but maybe for an hour or more.
Okay, well, let's. As you guys step down into the courtyard, you do actually see them beginning to pack up. Not leaving just of yet, but you can see that they are preparing for departure, packing all their wares, feeding Lilyfoot for the journey that they are going to go south. And but before you do, you head off to the enchanter, and you see him in this kind of lovely crisp morning in the winter. As you open the door, it's nice and uh, cozy inside, and you enter and you see the enchanter right there.
Ah, good show. Good morning, Enchanter, sir.
Uh, good morning. How are you both today in this beautiful day?
I'm well. I'm well.
Yeah, some alarming news of late, but we have some hopefully trivial things to ask of you.
Oh, please go ahead.
Bruce looks at Aki at the sort of alarming bit. So, huh. And I was wondering, do you know the spell of mending? I was hoping if you did not, perhaps you knew someone who did, who could perhaps for a fee fix this enchanted mirror, and they'll bring out the mirror and its broken shards.
Ah, and how did you? Oh, how did it manage to break? I should ask. It's very strange.
It, full disclosure, I'm not entirely sure I attempted to use it. It's a mirror of sending, and something did not wish for the message to be received, and broke it.
Hmm. Well, if that's the case, yeah, I can mend it for you. It will cost about 10 gold and maybe take about half an hour, 45 minutes to mend.
Oh, perfect. He'll hand over the 10 gold.
As you do, he takes all the shards, and he goes, very well, if you come back, I will have it done by then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
No worries. And for you?
I also have an item with which I'm not extremely familiar, and I was wondering if you were able to identify any magics on it beyond what I am already aware of. Would that be possible?
Possibly. But what is it that you have?
Akio shows his thimble. This has several properties that I know about. I just wonder if there's not something more to it.
How curious. Ah, it is as if it is infused to your finger. Almost like your finger has turned black, in a way. This is a magic. I've never seen such a item. If you could bring it closer. You see, he begins to cast Identify on it. As he does, he begins to repeat the same properties of what you already know that are you are attuned to, and nothing more.
Okay, so there are no secret curses. There's no ability to track me. There's
I
nothing
mean, I believe
untoward.
if an item is cursed, I will tell you this: cursed items are very tricky to identify. Using conventional means, like I just did, to figure out what this magical item is, will not reveal a curse. I mean,
Okay.
the person or whoever you acquired this from, or where you find it, do you believe it could be cursed?
I believe I do not know enough in order to answer that question.
Well, most answers generally come from that type of information of where you've acquired it from, history behind it, and generally that would be the questioning that I would ask to ascertain if something were to be cursed.
My best guess would be the Feywild and an overly interested stranger. But the first one might be wrong.
Your mother
wish I
trusts
had.
him, doesn't she? Doesn't she?
That's why I would like to be sure.
Well,
So,
Mhm.
so as far as we can tell, this is what I think it is.
yes, very seems like a very powerful magical item. I'm curious and
Okay.
quite envious of wherever and whoever has given this to you, or wherever you may have.
Hmm.
A rare
Well,
find.
that does put my mind slightly more at ease. Thank you.
That's okay.
Next time you see us, we hope to have 4 soggy bags.
Soggy bags.
Well, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of goo on these things.
Oh, they'll be here. Yes, yes. I wish you all the success. And remember, you will need to head towards where did my friend say again? Dagenfort, and that is where you will find my companion there.
Dagenford first. Very good. But obviously, Bruce will see you in 30 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, it's Daggerfort, not Daggerfort.
Dagenford. Grand.
Farewell.
Okay.
Take care.
I believe your child is in the back, looking for attention.
Yes, yes. Not my child, but yes. And he goes, farewell. What is these
Goodbye.
noises? Strange noises in this shop. Okay, as you
You
leave.
see a baby upside down on the ceiling, Caroline.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness
No.
me!
Get down
should not
here
be
right
doing that.
now.
I don't think they do that.
as you step outside, yeah, there you see the caravan. Your mother, you see Dulthir, you see the rest of the other crew all kind of beginning to pack up, and an opportunity for you to speak to them.
Well, you'll approach Dulthir first.
All right, you approach him. You see him kind of saddling up at the back of the wagon once again. He sees you coming. Aki, what can I do you for?
Before you go, two questions. I hope the answers are short because then they're good.
All right, I'll
How
keep them
d-
short.
How did you know Alchrist, the Dragonborn of Candlekeep?
We go way back. Fought in a battle a long time ago. You could say we grew up together, and then he chose to read, which I don't understand why, and I chose my path.
I am beginning to appreciate what reading can do.
I hear you got into bad books. Excuse my pun. With him, especially you.
It would appear to be my being here that managed that. He just assumed that I had done something because I was new, and we're familiar with this. It was too familiar.
Yes, he was rather keen on us being. I can't recall if he was being executed or thrown into a very deep, dark jail cell. Yes.
Well, I guess good thing that you didn't. But yeah, I tried to say good things about you, as many good things I could think about. And well, I hope he's I guess more kinder to you. I don't think he's gonna be. He never was kind
No.
person anyway. But yeah,
I have my doubts, but
He tried to kill me.
yeah, he told me about that too. I mean, I wouldn't cross him. He is short-tempered.
That's the thing. I didn't try to cross him. I spoke to one of the Avode here. That I asked for a place to conduct an experiment in safety. I did so. I left, and he bloody attacked me.
Speak to
I
him.
couldn't even defend myself.
Well, you better do something good for him to get back into his good graces. Otherwise, he ain't gonna look at you the same way ever again.
Bruce crosses his arms and goes, "Well, why the devil would I do that? I did nothing wrong."
He may be grumpy and kind of like the short-tempered kind, but he's a big person in this place. It's good to get onto his side, especially if you If you want to know strategy, battle strategy, he's got a lot of information about previous wars. That could be beneficial, I guess, in the future. If there's another war. Probably not in my time. If there was, that'd be good. Sorry, yeah.
Appreciate your advice stuff there, but
I have been practicing with the long sword, just a little. I'm still about how you remember me.
Oh
But I
yeah?
am trying.
Show me. He takes a few steps out, puts his hand on the hilt of his blade.
Oh shit.
oh, Aki, listen, you're a bit bigger than him. Remember what I said? Use that. Use your reach. You've got this.
Okay. Okay.
You won't be able to. You won't be able to defend his side where his arm is a bit. Meh. Go for there.
Right.
Aki will pull his sword out. That's normally sheathed on his back. And I guess stand ready.
All right. Ready?
Are we same rules as before?
Yeah. First strike
Okay.
wins. I need you to roll for initiative. Very short one, but roll for initiative. Just to see who goes first.
Oh.
Right.
All right.
Come on.
You see
I was
here.
angling to give you help as well, an aid on your first attack.
You see him kind of look down towards his weapon, his sling arm, and then he just puts his hand on his longsword. And as he does, you see him throw it into the air. As he does that, I need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
It's this distraction bastard. 13.
13? Not enough. As he comes forward, you look up into your air and are completely distracted by this blade as he comes in, takes out his short sword, and attempts to hit you. Oh, where did I roll? Alright. As he does, you see it's about to hit you before he kind of make an insight check.
Love of God. 13 again.
Bruce, also make an insight check.
Oh, okay. Du-du-du-du. It's gonna be one of those nights, I think.
Right. You kind of
I'm focusing on Aki. That's the problem.
you see I was completely distracted, but then he kind of whiffs his shot and he kind of moves past you. Ah, god damn my left arm. I'm not used to striking with that. Ugh. And he kind of turns around. It's your turn.
Then this seems so. Like, does it? He goes by very close,
Yeah, he's right next to you.
right? Then as he goes by, Aki will try and elbow him in the back of the head on his way past.
Mm-hmm.
Because, so I guess unarmed strike to hit.
When you do that, I need you to roll with disadvantage.
Well, that's not going to make much of a difference because that's definitely going to miss.
You miss with the elbow. He sees it coming. Too predictable, Aki.
Yeah, usually am.
Go for the left side, Aki.
That's it. Just one attack. So you.
With that in that hand, I suppose it probably is. Yeah,
All right.
wouldn't be trying to actually go for this. But I think as he misses, he'll turn around and pop out the claws on that hand, since that's a new thing that he hasn't seen before.
As you do that, you turn around and you just take out these claws. Kind of looks at him and goes, interesting. All right.
Could I interfere a little?
Yeah, go ahead.
Far away in the distance, not too far away, you see this elf who you met before, Ecclesiast, and he just utters a word, and all of a sudden you see that your enemy is frozen, stunned in place.
He's got a grin in his. He's just got a grin on his face as he's looking at your thing, but he's frozen in place. He's talking about
Can I-
Fang.
Do we
Yeah.
know is this?
Sadimos Fang.
Exactly, was Fang.
Can I tell where that came from, or do I need to roll?
Make a perception check, because maybe Bruce will see clearly because he's a bit off the fight, but for you who are like...
Nah. No idea.
Well, here's the time to roll well. Here we go.
Yeah, you see far in the distance, Sadimos smiles with a quirky smile and goes like that to you, Aki. To you, Bruce, noticing that
give me
you're
one
looking
moment.
at him.
Ross, are you okay with Bruce doing a thing here if you're about to sort of go for attack? If he's not noticed it,
Yeah,
don't
because
fear
Mo
his-
is not there, that's
frozen,
amazing.
sure.
Go on.
Wait, Aki, wait!
What?
Look at him. He can't move. I think your Fey elf friend has done something.
Aki will walk over and just kind of, with the flat of the blade, just going bonk. I win.
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. All's fair in love and war.
Still frozen
But,
in place.
Yeah. As he's there, he goes, is this why you did not like him and did not want him to join the caravan?
And then he just kind of breaks out of it.
You see that as well from the distance. Somehow the spell is stopped, and he just keeps walking, like smiling, kind of like all funny.
Walking towards us or away from us?
He's kind of going towards you, but it seems like he's not actually going straight to you. He's kind of like on the same. He's gonna pass you very likely.
Tell me. Why did you not want him to join? You took the bugbear.
I didn't want either of them to join. I don't trust him. I don't think your mother should trust him either. But I follow your mom. But I'll keep an eye on him.
It's not like her to she trusts everybody, but it's not like her to get this close this fast. It is usually more cynical.
People change.
Yeah. Okay. Keep an eye on him. He has given me this thing. Perhaps by this means I can keep an eye on him too. Or
Yeah, don't touch me with
what
that.
why, you think it's gonna hurt?
No, it just looks disgusting.
Oh, okay. I'll keep practicing. I'll beat you fair next time.
Yeah, you do that. Until next time, Aki. And you see him kind
Take
of
care.
turn around.
Ah.
Look at you, Bruce, very, very quickly. Just gives you a nod, and then walks off.
Yeah, Bruce will nod back when he sees that. Bruce will turn
Yeah.
to Aki and go, Aki,
At this point, you notice, sorry, Bruce, before you start, just so you don't say something, you will see that Sadimos is actually, as he sees that his companion just left, he kind of like goes towards your direction. So just, you still have a few seconds until he arrives. But just,
it's a quick thing. It says, it's a fair point, Aki. I don't know your mother terribly well, but we made a very big mistake in a very similar situation.
What do you mean? Think someone.
With Grey.
I do tend to trust people on sight.
You're not the only one. I trusted him too.
Oh,
I-
okay.
Bruce even wanted to save his life. You remember?
Okay. Then let us try this. This is new. And Aki will just turn to Fang. Tell me why you joined this caravan and not any other caravan.
well, this is a very special caravan. I seek for emotions and joy and happiness. And this is the perfect place for that, to find a family.
You seek a family.
Yes, of course. Don't we
It-
all?
Is that why why were you so weak when they found you then? Was this a previous attempt at family?
No, it's just my illness.
Which
It's getting
is
worse.
what is your illness?
It's a long story, but it's something that has no cure. Magic.
Oh,
Could you hold out your hand, please? Just like this.
Of course. And he kind of like slowly does.
Does it have a tremble?
Not really.
Okay. Sorry.
It's more like you see as he stretches his hand, you just notice that, like it's even hard for him to actually fully extend the hand. Sometimes he moves like a proper old man all of a sudden.
Sorry, I just wanted to know if it was similar to something else I'd seen.
Oh, it's alright. Many have tried to look into my illness. Even myself, being a cleric, I cannot heal myself. It's unfortunate, but the respire and the love that this caravan gives is enough for perhaps the rest of my days.
who are you a cleric of, or on behalf of?
Oh, he kind of like picks up his holy symbol and he says, "Of course, sorry, 1 second. Deep Sahelas, she has helped me. The goodness of the sea, the knowledge, and sometimes tempest." You can make if you want to, you can make an religion check, both of you, to see if you know about this deity.
I think one of us made a religion check of this and rolled quite well. I can't remember who it was though. I'd have
May have been you.
I thought it was, but I have no notes, so I'm starting to doubt myself.
I think it was you as well. Yeah.
Well, let's see if I can remember. 12.
Okay. With a 12, you just know that she is a an elven deity of the sea. It's kind of like known across Faerun.
Okay.
Nothing really. The holy symbol matches. It's like a dolphin holy symbol.
What's
I-
the
Insight
sorry.
that when he says that is his deity, can I insight that?
Yeah, of course. What are you inside?
Whether that really is his deity or not, or who he follows.
Sure. Make an insight check.
Oh, one that's slightly better, I think. 18.
You kind of with your 18, he's quite hard to read overall, but you get that it's likely he maybe worships more than one deity, maybe, but that's nothing wrong with that. No, it's something that you know is possible.
Okay. Well, whatever you can do for the caravan, I know they would appreciate the help. And since Rebus is as personable as he ever was, perhaps they need some magical help too. So it's good that you're here.
Oh, thank you, Aki. It means a lot to me. You are someone who everyone speaks about, and now I understand why. You are magnificent. And he kind of extends his hand.
Slightly uncomfortable with this level of compliments, or unaccustomed. Retracting the clause. Thank you.
Yeah, you shake his hand.
Mm.
The only thing, he is like frozen cold, like dead cold.
Before we go, the spell that you cast on the the head.
Oh, yeah.
Could you give me just a quick walk through of how you do this?
Oh, I have been a cleric for hundreds of years, so I am a powerful one. I see in you will grow into your own magic one day as well. Nothing special.
Is that a yes or no?
I'm not really sure what you mean.
Can
You
you-
want to know the name of the spell?
I would like to. Hopefully, I would like to know how to do it because this thing will get very gross very fast.
Oh, I understand. I don't think it's something you can learn, unfortunately, beyond your skill set. I'm afraid.
Okay,
But
fair.
I will teach it to you when you're ready.
Oh,
I
Thank
think
you.
I think it might go rotten before then. Perhaps in the bag of holding, it might keep for longer.
Oh, you mean about the spell to preserve this head?
yes.
He's still got Bruce has it attached to his belt by its hair.
I
It's-
thought I taught you that already. But that
So
was
how-
a chat, I think.
Retrospective
I got
chat?
confused.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
I
just
was-
got confused.
I was
yeah.
just trying to make it make a little more sense. That
Yeah, no,
because
no,
he's not been
that's-
around him.
Yeah, let's say that as he says that you do remember that out of a stream he did teach it to you yesterday. Just sorry for that.
Just to make it sense, he passes you notes on how to do it.
Yeah, just like give you like a little paper. You know?
Sorry, I'm still not a very good student. I'm working on it.
Yeah, let's say that retrospectively, when you spoke to him yesterday, just before the storm broke, and he kind of like took a little bit of time, and it was quite unusual because you know that you cannot actually use rituals, but as he teach you the spell in a different way, he was putting salts and different like a ritual itself, and using that, you notice that you were able to do the same.
Oh. Well, what was the name of this spell again?
Gentle repose.
I hope it comes in. Well, not on anybody we know, but I hope it comes in useful in other ways as well than
It's
just
a very-
preserving this remarkably ugly thing.
Yes, it's a very useful spell if one of your companions were ever to go down in a fight and you don't have enough magic to bring him back straight away. This will also stop time for them.
That sounds useful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking the time to teach a very poor student.
A pleasure. Always a pleasure, Aki.
You,
Pleasure to serve.
you see at this moment, the bugbear starts approaching Zadimus, and he goes, "Mr. Fang, we're about to leave."
Oh, all right. Thank you, my friend.
Hearing that, Aki will run off and look for his mom.
All right. He just turns around and say, "Goodbye, guys," and he starts walking off.
Kind of looks, Bruce, he's almost trying to look down at you,
Yeah, bugbears are tall.
and kind of turns and stomps away.
Can I help? Oh, he's walking away. Never mind.
You see at this point he's not carrying a club, he's carrying like a very, maybe about 6 foot long log on the back.
Oh, wow.
Like a full Nelson just on his back. Probably used it as his weapon. And you see him trying to kind of climb his way before he falls over and gets himself stuck on trying to climb the Wogmith. Once again, the clumsy elf.
Bruce will go and help him untangle himself, and once he's done, we'll probably follow Aki to also just to be with him, that kind of thing. Oh, hold on, old boy, let me help you out there. You might want to try doing this without carrying the club at the same time, by the way.
And then you see him.
Let go of the club, you fool.
Just falls off.
Good. Now let's make easier. After he's done, he falls, Aki. This time.
You see, your mother in her caravan. The door is open, so you can go in if you want.
Yeah, well, slowly.
You creep in. Nothing happens.
Ah, good.
She turns around. Guten Min?
I'm guessing. Is it small or is it tall enough for him to stand on?
You have to slouch a little bit like
Yeah.
Gandalf.
You're leaving soon?
Very soon. I think we're going to leave now.
Ah, well,
If we were to,
probably best.
yeah, if we're going to catch the other supplier for our in south of here.
Well, thank you for your help with the first reader, and for having this tome with you. Hopefully, you have some more interesting things from us now too, when you go to your next meeting.
Yeah, I think it will be some time we meet again, Aki. I mean, how long has it been already?
Long.
But it's okay. We're used to this. As long as you don't forget us and we don't forget you.
Oh, I could never forget the caravan.
I know.
Soon I'm sure I will have a method by which to contact you without it having to be face to face or 3 months travel. That would be ideal.
I think that sounds like a good plan. Here, before
Well,
you
then-
go.
Oh, yes.
She goes rummages into her thing and she goes, "It's not much, but I never gave you anything when you left, so." And she places a nice big diamond on your hand.
Very good. Where did you get that?
Don't ask questions where your mother got this from. I got it. It is yours now, okay?
Okay. Are you sure? This will come in extremely useful, but this is worth a lot to a caravan.
Not as much as a son means to a mother.
Good. Enjoy the good weather down south. We are headed in the opposite direction. Any
We
moment
will.
is. I will put this to good use, I swear.
I know you.
I won't waste it. I want to turn it into something else shiny that I can wear.
Okay. All right. Come on now. She starts pushing you out.
Okay, yeah, you just bang his head on the door on the way out.
As you just exit, you see there Rebus. Oh, Aki, you are leaving. We are going. I just wanted to say goodbye to you.
It was good to see you, Rebus. It was good to see you outside.
Yeah, you know what they say. He kind of knocks on his head and says, sometimes I feel that there is no one home. But nice to see you, and look after yourself, Aki and Bruce. And he kind of like buffs his feathers. And he almost looks like a purple and white weird thing, like a fluff ball. So cold.
It's good to meet you all. It's good to see where my friend here comes from.
Yeah, he is a good wizard. Great. The greatest one day.
You're a wizard, Aki?
Whatever. He says to you. Angrily.
Not for lack of trying.
That's why I don't like small talk. And he's just you hear him mutter to himself.
Oh, he's more of a wizard than I am, anyway.
If nothing else, Rebus, we are proof that family does not have to match.
Yes, totally agree. Yes.
take care down south. I'm sure you will appreciate the weather greater, and keep an eye on everybody, especially the new ones.
Oh, yes, like always. Don't worry, I will. Keep an eye. I will.
Be well,
Okay,
Rebus.
Rebus, get into your tower. We're leaving. Dodan, take us away. Take us out.
He just takes into the sky and just flies into the tower.
Dulthir, we're packed. Are we packed? Yeah, we're packed. Let's go. He taps on the thing, and then you hear Dodan blow a horn. You see Lilyfoot kind of come up onto her feet, and you see them turning as the caravan gets pulled along, and the black gates of Candlekeep open as the caravan begins to exit and disappear into Faerun.
Your mum's a good sort, Aki.
I hope they all are.
I mean, I still have my doubts about Dorothea, but because it's more for the company he prefers to keep. But I may be biased.
People come and go. True of our caravan as well. But weirdly, I trust the bugbear more than I trust Fang. There's something I cannot get a read on him. I can't tell if what he says is the whole truth, or clearly I need this tome more than I thought.
You mean a lie of omission?
The problem with a lie of omission is you need to know something was omitted. And I have no idea, and nobody seems to know much about him.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Again, hardly impartial, but it does seem just a little bit too good to be true. And we've both had a bit of personal experience in that regard with our own little caravan.
At this
Well,
sorry, carry on.
well, if blood means you're related and family is more than that, then hopefully these will be yours one day as well. They will come if you need them to. And at least now we can see it happens.
Not for me, they're your family, Aki.
And you're mine.
You know, I would imagine if things had not resolved themselves so with my own father, that I probably would have taken up on that. I would have had literally nowhere to go. Part of me would still like to, but perhaps when we're done with our employ at Candlekeep and we've helped Yagu with the lake, cleansed it, and I would actually have a home to return to, and I'd like to extend that invitation to you as well, if as you have extended one to me.
Thank you. That is indeed a rare invitation. Usually it's much more, get out, get out. You are an affront to my god, get out.
I know that feeling.
I would love to see where you spent your childhood.
Oh, it's an estate out in the sticks of up further north. I imagine
Then we will.
quite grander
Then
now.
we will need a better wagon.
Of course. Speaking of, do we have a wagon for Errol's horse to pull for our journey?
No, we should figure this out.
Yes, let's do that. Let's get everyone together.
And as the gates close and you watch one caravan go, you both turn around, and there, standing there, group up with you is the rest of the cocks, readying up, preparing themselves to the journey that is going to be ahead. And I guess we'll use this as an opportunity to take a quick break before we jump into the rest of this event and move on from there. So we'll take a quick break here. So it's very hot. People can get some drinks and stuff like that just to kind of freshen up before we jump into the journey to Daggerfort. All right. See you all shortly. In a minute.
Yay!
And we're back. Thank you for waiting. We are now fresh, refreshed, hydrated, and back into the game. So, as you all begin preparing for the journey, you saddle your horses. I don't know. I didn't ask what you guys were traveling in. So you have a caravan, which is the standard one you have, unless otherwise you want something else. You have Ruin's warhorse, but you guys are welcome to ride on whatever you wish. We'll start from there. What would you like to ride on?
Oh, covered wagon would be nice.
A covered wagon?
Ditto.
Okay.
I mean, that works.
You get questioned about the old caravan that you took and lost, but yeah, they wave it off and they give you a nice standard, nothing too fancy caravan, which is covered and will keep you safe from the cold of the north. But yes, you have that, and you also have 2 horses which are already standard horses that come with it, and you have Errol's warhorse. Do you guys want to acquire any other horses as well, or will this be enough for you all?
Oh, sounds good.
I feel that the caravan is very much an Aki thing. He'll look after it, and Bruce can search. Let's go.
All right. Bruce, you pick up your mirror, which is fixed again, so you have that back with you. And the rest of you all pack your things and prepare for this long journey to the north to Dagger Fort. As you make your way with these horses, Bruce, only Bruce sees this, you see your spectral elk appear next to the horses themselves. And it almost as if it's kinda leading in between them, not attached to them, but leading in between them. And all of a sudden, they begin to go off the path at a very increased speed. And as they do, you see, it doesn't feel to you that they're going to be bumping or crashing into him. They're very swift at turning lefts and rights and moving, going fast. And the miraculous thing is, the horses don't even seem to be tiring from this pace as well.
You flavored this exactly the same way I was going to do it as well. That's amazing. It's a good show, traveler. Good show.
And as you begin your journey, you find yourself pretty much within a couple of days at Baldur's Gate. And as you reach Baldur's Gate, Ziggy, you go inside and acquire the item that you wanted at first. Does anyone else want to do or get anything from Baldur's Gate? Otherwise, we will move on from here.
I would have said Aki would start trying to make heads or tails of this tome after the first day. So day 2 he would have started.
Okay.
So I don't know how many hours you would consider sunk into that if it was the second day.
So you would have started the second day, right? So the first day,
Yeah.
first day of travel,
Yes.
and then beginning of the second day you begin to travel. Okay. If you would need, I guess, how much? I don't know how long. Sorry, Cisco. How long would he daily focus on a book? Is it 6 hours, or would he be able to?
Yeah, I think it has to be 6, something like that.
If it were 6 hours per day, it would be impossible to ever have done
Finish.
48 in 6 days.
That is true. So it has to be 8 hours, right? Does it have to be 8
It
hours?
has to be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then as it goes along, let's say there's nothing to disturb you, so 8 hours go by without any problems at the moment. All right. As you all begin to leave from Baldur's Gate, if there's anything to do from there, you
I
Lucky
actually-
and lucky and
I-
nice
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, while we're in Baldur's Gate, I wanted to go and see about getting a. Aki had told me about getting a gem.
Carry on. The 300 gold piece thing that you need.
Yes.
Make a fate roll.
Okay.
This is the only thing that you will be looking for.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I'm an idiot.
Try again.
Sorry.
Say again. And then,
Hi.
okay. Yeah. And then in Baldur's Gate is exactly what you're looking for. This kind of crystal item to
Vial.
put vial. Exactly. Thank you very much. A vial that costs around 300 gold pieces. You already have Tears of a Beholder, so you've already acquired that item. But now, if you spend the gold to acquire this, you may have the item.
Would I be able to get a discount? I know my friend Aki is shopped here. I'm just
I don't
3 gold short.
wanna ruin your idea, but the item has to have a price. So if you get it for less, it will not work the spell. Just to let you know, it has to be worth what it says.
Yeah. So no. I still want to get it. I was just gonna see if, because my friend has shopped here before, if I could get a discount. But it's still worth 300.
I would say make a persuasion check, but with disadvantage.
Fair enough. Oh, that's sad.
19? Okay.
Could have had a nat 20.
So for this, yeah, that's pretty close. For this item, gives you a bit of a discount. She'll take 250 gold from you, so 50 gold off. But your item is still worth that amount, 300 gold, please.
Perfect.
All right. So mark that off, 250 gold. And
Yep.
all right. Sorry, was there anyone else? No? Okay. All right. You all begin to follow the river of Chointha, which you have traveled before. Well, majority of you, apart from Yagu and Errol, or Maz. Sorry, or anyone apart from Bruce and Aki. Actually, they've never traveled this journey before. But as you kind of go through the river Chointha, you end up to a similar fort that you once saw before, the Fort Morning Lord. You get there in almost a day and a half, and as you get to Fort Morning Lord, you see it once again, the blackened fort from outside, all barred, with some sort of kind of wax or some sort of sealing agent that kind of blocks your path away. Last time you were here, that is where the you met Hope for the first time, and also the riders of Elturel, the paladins of Elturel. But this is the first time for Yagu, Errol, Ruin, and Maz to actually see this fort as well. It has this kind of ominous feeling to it, with this kind of blackened stone as well. And as you begin moving around it once again, you head towards Elturel, which does not exist, as the whole city has been removed or been shifted, like you saw, like you witnessed, Aki and Bruce. Well, you didn't witness it, but you've seen the crater of its existence there. You still see a few people there now, less guards around. It seems like the spectacle of what had happened there has kind of calmed down, and you see a few kind of painters there trying to paint the landmark of its absence now, rather than it being there once there again. But yeah, the city has not returned. Sun guards, some guards from Baldur's Gate still remain there, but not as many. Is there anything you want to discuss around here, or say anything?
Aki will have been trying to concentrate on the tome and probably playing his absent-mindedly Shawm a little bit, trying to concentrate on it because he's probably struggling. But I will say he's continued trying to, So it's up to you whether how successful that would be.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me just see how long. I'm just cutting the journey of this in half. I said 5 days, so it would have taken you 2.5 days to get to El Terrell. So mark that off. So this is without any problems. After you get to El Terrell, you continue taking this river, and you end up in a familiar caravan town of Scornable, where again, as a pit stop for anyone that wishes to buy anything or choose to buy anything here as well. Otherwise, we will move on.
I'm gonna try and sell my bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what they'll offer, and as I'm like describing, I'm gonna see. I have this wonderful item. I'm just advertising it. It'll give you any animal you need. All you need to do is think, pull it out, and throw it, and that animal will come to you.
If I could say something more, is that
Yeah,
cool?
go ahead.
You could make a charisma check, and are you lying as well? Because can you choose the animal?
No, you cannot.
Okay, so do a charisma check and a deception check. Let's do both. Start with a charisma check, maybe, to see how much
Okay.
people you attract the attention of,
Charisma 11.
Ooh, okay, so I think with an 11, make a deception check, and that will determine if you get less than a 10 on the deception. I don't think it's going to... Okay.
Can I use my last inspiration?
Why not? Yeah.
All right, let me mark off that real quick. Last one.
You want to use it for the charisma check or for the deception?
For the deception.
Okay.
Oh, not much better. Actually, it's much better.
Okay. I'll give it back to you, Mo. I don't want to talk too much.
No, that's okay. So you get only a couple of people, only one person based on the charisma check who's interested in the bag. How much do you offer to sell it?
I'll tell you what. I got this for a nice steal. It only costed me 600 gold. I'll sell it to you for 550 gold.
Okay.
Or whatever you think you have that's equal value. I won't let you test it out just yet, because it only works once a day. But any animal you want, and it will help you. It obeys every command, and that part is true.
So the person says, I can choose what animal I want.
Well, within reason, you can't just wish for a dragon to come out, and a dragon. No. But you want like a boar, a giant boar, a bear, an ape. It will help you. Those things you had trouble lifting, don't worry about it no more. An ape will take care of that for you.
You seem very eager to sell it. I'll buy it off you for 350 gold.
350? No. You obviously don't understand. This is worth much, much more. 550.
400.
500.
425. That is my final offer.
Do you have anything of equal value to this instead?
No. I'm just interested
No?
in it. I can buy it off you.
Well, I guess I'll have to just wait till I get to the next town. Like I said, I can't just sell it to you for less than I bought it for.
450 gold. That's my final offer.
What's the... I'm gonna telepathically tell, Ziggy, try to outbid this guy.
What? So, who?
452? Oh! We have someone who's willing to outbid you. Obviously, he's a man of class and he understands how important this item is.
I'll while no one's looking, make a smart hat appear on my head.
Look, make a persuasion check.
Me or Ziggy?
You yourself, yeah. Make a persuasion check.
Oh! 20.
All right. 500 gold and no more. Sell it to me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said 550, sir. Are you gonna let him outbid you? He said 500.
No, he said 452.
I'm out. I'm out.
He's walking away. Sell it to me for 500.
I guess why not? And then I'm just gonna quickly telepathically tell the others, we need to get going. Get the horses going.
All right. As you take 500 gold pieces, add that to your bag, and remove the bag of tricks out of your wallet, out of your bag as well.
Yep.
You guys swiftly make your way out of Scornabel.
As you hear a little girl saying, "Papa, that was the money we had for the food of today." And that's the last thing you hear. It's a special day.
So from El
Lucky, you
Terrell,
just can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself, Lucky.
I thought this would be my get rich quick scheme.
Didn't you just buy that thing?
they did.
Yes, but I just got it double my gold worth out of it.
Oh, just pretty
I bought
tough
it
money.
for-
of you.
I bought it for I think 250. I just got 500 for it.
I guess from now on, Ruin just has to travel on someone's shoulder then.
From El Terrell to Scornabel, it would have taken 1.5 days. So I don't know if you want to add that on, Aki. I don't know how many days you guys have got left. And then you travel up onto the tradeway path, past Triel, where you were about to leave 2 horses behind there that you, Bruce, saved or stole from Baldur's Gate once ago. But the farm still looks the abandoned farm still looks kind of the same. There's no one there. It's a bit lackluster. But this time, instead of going into the Trialta Hills towards the Witchway village, you continue to the Tradeway path. And as you do,
Mark, is there anything you want Yagu to do on our travels?
Oh yeah, I
One
was
of our-
just waiting for Mo to finish up, but if you have time
Got
for
ya.
something.
Yeah.
During this entire transportation, Jogu would like to train again and meditate with Bruce.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll yeah.
True.
Yep, I mean, we'll get through that in 1 second. So as you get to the Boriskia Bridge, now this bridge, you look there. Once you get there, it's a kind of a town bridge area where you do see some sort of kind of people living here. It's kind of ragged stone. You do see a few soldiers of El Turel, probably someone who was kind of posted there a while ago, but there's only like 2 or 3 people. As you kind of come across, they kind of stop you, ask you where you're going. But there's a place of lodging here if you choose to do so, and stay for the night. Let me just tell you. Oh, you've already moved in there. Great. Do you choose to stay for the night?
I assume.
I'm more than happy to continue on and sleep under the stars, but for anyone who's
I
less
can-
used to such things,
I can always make the dome whenever we need it.
Okay. So you swiftly
Yeah.
walk past the bridge. Aki, at this point, it would have taken you 2 days to get to this bridge. So I'm assuming at this point, you've read the book.
I assume at this point there's been a great deal of swearing coming from the back of the wagon as he's been trying to read this book, but I guess numerically he will reach the back of it
Okay.
during this stint.
Once you finish reading the last words of the book,
Mhm.
you begin to see. You feel like you want to close the book, but the book starts flying open. All of you, as you're kind of just riding along in this peaceful state through the kind of the cold winter afternoons, you just see the book begin floating in front of you, whipping through the pages, and you begin to see some of the writing begin to kind of float around and start kind of attaching itself onto Aki's face before it begins to absorb itself. And Aki, as you kind of stand there, you just feel this kind of wave of feeling and I guess inspiration within you. And as you do, you just feel this kind of power build up. And as that does, you just see the book collapse to the ground. It flutters open, and as you do, you see there is none of the words are there anymore. It's just a blank book for now.
By Jove.
Oh my god, I broke it.
No, it could be a journal now.
Do you feel different?
Do I look different? The last time something happened, I looked different. Do I look the same? It gets really close.
There's a sheen to your scales.
Your
You look more
nose.
formal.
I mean, normal. But, okay.
Bruce, put your
So-
monocle on him.
There you go, handsome devil.
Point of order, can Dragonborn scrunch their faces like that?
Well, fuck not.
Will try his absolute hardest.
There you go. He passes you the monocle, he just sort of plops it in your eye. There you go. There you go. Oh, suits you, sir.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, I feel drunk. No.
I don't understand. It doesn't actually have a prescription lens. I just wear it because I think it looks good.
Are you sure? Maybe it's the book.
I guess when you look at Aki, you see that his scale, like, from the top of the eyebrow is kind of like covering half of it, because they're kind of like pointy, so you see like half red, on the top.
Does Aki have droopy scales?
I don't know. If he's okay, if you're okay with that one.
Yeah, you feel like deep brows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I guess nobody else will get to read the book. Sorry.
Okay, keep
But
it.
yeah, I feel different.
Perhaps our friend Miriam, if we ever get down to the catacombs, might be interested in what was a formerly magic book, although with no writing in, so I don't know if she'd like it.
Maybe. Well, you never know. Maybe she can read it. She's was a dragon. She can see things we can't see.
As you look into this book now, you go back to kind of open the first page. You begin to see, like, slowly writing begin to appear. Like someone is writing, but very slowly into the book.
Aki will stand about the right height behind the book where he thinks a person could be, and just
What are you doing?
okay. The book is writing itself.
What? No, don't talk such nonsense.
I don't. Look, I know I'm saying I want to learn a little more, but books and us have a questionable history.
I was about to say, if you were seeing dead people, I would have sued. That's my stick.
Oh my goodness. Yagu, take that book off him. I don't trust him with it anymore.
Would I be able to
What do
cast detect thoughts
On
On
what?
the book or on me?
The book?
on the book?
You cast detect thoughts? Nothing happened.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's above game. It's part of the function of the book. In 100 years, you can reread it again. Yagu, take that book off him. I don't trust him with it anymore. I'm worried it's going to affect his mind.
I think it's a bit too late for
I
that.
just absorbed it. I think
Exactly.
whatever it can
Wonder-
do, I feel like it did.
I wonder if that book has resale value now.
I mean,
Or
maybe.
Candlekeep, they might offer you. They could offer something really great for this.
That is an interesting idea.
Errol goes.
And they always.
Errol goes. I think I will live another 100 years. I have dibs on it.
Oh, look at me! I could live for over 100 years. Oh, well, good show.
Rock, paper,
Me,
scissors
long
right
live
now.
Wait, Yogu, did you not say that you basically will for a very long time?
Yeah, and I honestly have no idea how old I am.
Wait, what?
I never counted the days, so
Oh, I guess that's fair.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. How do you not know how old you are?
like I said, it occurred to me a bit too late that I should have counted the days, but
Oh
it's
dear.
like half my life ago, so that's
You at least feel young?
sometimes, but sometimes not so much.
How many winters have you experienced?
Ooh, I could have counted that. That would have been
Could have.
smart.
All right, how long has been half your life,
Well,
Yago?
that, damn, how easy would that have been?
Yeah, exactly how many of your friends have lived as long as you?
I don't know. Most that come back don't really come back, you know. It's the only two guests that have reappeared to my lake again were my brother and sister. So,
I see.
and we never discussed age, so I don't know.
Anyone who wants can make a history check to figure out how long
Well,
turtles
Oh,
live.
How old
Yep.
is Yago?
I
No
know
idea.
that I IRL know the answer.
I know.
So sad.
I know. Bruce knows turtles do live. Natural 20. I know exactly how old Errol.
Like counting,
Yago is.
it's like counting the rings on a tree. He's just counting the circles on your shell.
Nice.
I turn him around. I start looking at his shell. I then flip him his
I
back.
know.
Look at his the soles of his feet. And start counting the rings.
I know it's 50 years.
Yeah, you both do. And you are with your natural 20s. Aki will know as well, it's 50 years. But then you two will know that they are full mature after 15 years. So you know for sure he's older than 15 years. That's for sure. Probably double that, looking at how he looks.
See, that's the funny thing. I don't understand why turtles have a relatively short lifespan because
I
tortoises live a
know.
very long time.
I
Yeah,
still don't
turtles
agree
do.
with that.
It's
Neither.
weird.
But yeah.
You want to fluff it that Yagu is that it can live a lot longer than 50 years because I feel bad.
But, you said it was something to do with your connection to your goddess. That
It
you.
might. To be honest, since I left the lake, I felt more older as well, like getting more stiff, more fragile.
I see. Okay, but Bruce is thinking that he's remembered as well, just exactly how long turtles live for. And is it Yagu? You'll say this quietly, just so Yagu can hear. Is it? I actually do know how long your species lives for. Would you like to know?
Depends. Do you make it sound like I should be dead yesterday?
No, I don't. No, I don't think it's quite that extreme. But if you didn't know yourself, I don't necessarily want to. I'm not sure if would you like to know. I suppose how long you have. I suppose.
You know that?
Yes,
I
I've read about
can-
turtles before.
Like, sure, but is the average?
Average is around about 50 years.
Ew.
I did ask. I wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you or not.
That sounds like a lot less than I anticipated.
I mean, you did say you feel older having left your lake. But perhaps your connection to your goddesses would sustain you?
It might. I never really occurred to me. Not the thing that it's mattered to me.
Well, all the more reason to help you with cleansing your home. Come on, Yagu. Shall we? We'll finish up our traveling today. We'll continue our training. We'll be doing a bit more than meditation this time. We need to start right at the basics.
Sure, I'm open for anything.
Yeah, I've got an idea for flavoring this. So
Okay, well, an opportunity
No problem.
arrives as you pass through the bridge and you travel now through untraveled terrain, probably through because of the heavier snow now and the track itself. You get to a point, a clearing, where you can create a good a place to camp, and at this point there is no other kind of town or light source, so the night sky is beautiful. You can see as the clouds begin to kind of dissipate and the air becomes really kind of cold, the stars kind of scatter the sky and create this beautiful scene, glowing your kind of where you are, and also allowing you guys to do your Yagu and Bruce's night two of what's the word again? Meditation. That's the word. Meditation.
there'll be a bit of extra as well if Mark or folk are willing to
Yeah.
do so.
Yeah, of course.
No, Mark had mentioned a little while ago he had ideas for doing this, but continue on and I'll say what I've got in mind.
Yeah. Through this journey, you guys have been sitting down doing the meditation, but Yagu, you haven't really. You feel the serenity of this meditation, but perhaps what Bruce is feeling, you have not yet felt. But tonight you try again, and I'll leave it to you two.
All right, so Yagu, tell me, have you? Obviously, your goddess is a goddess of the earth, but have you felt, I suppose, a connection to the natural world in its truest sense, rather than as an abstract?
You mean like with wildlife and stuff, or?
Sort of. I just noticed that at times I've observed you in your meditation. You seem almost, perhaps, an element of frustration.
Wait, what do you mean with that?
I just wondered if maybe I just wondered if you're feeling a connection yet. But I was just having a thought that we might be missing something. When I was first trained by my mother, we did not just begin with meditation, or at least we didn't just do that. It took me a long time to reach out and make a connection with a spirit, with an animal spirit. We started with something quite a bit more basic, and I just realized I should have done this at first. Stand up.
Okay.
Right. He just sort of starts limbering up. What Mother would do, a particular kind of training, prolonged training, against, maybe insurmountable odds is not entirely true, but something that should really push you. If you're anything like my old friend Bryn, you want to end a fight quickly. You smite your foe and end them and ruin the day. Is that right? Absolutely obliterate them.
Sounds about right.
We're not going to do that here. Weapons down. Now, You're going to meet Bruce for this one. So you're going to have a hard time hurting me, but we're going to do some physical training, barehanded. And we're going to do this for an hour. Being able to keep going when you want nothing more to do than stop. That's the basics of it. Get in touch with your rage. Only if you wish to, though.
Yes, I want to advance, so let's do it.
Righto. I don't know if you'd like us to roll anything for this, but it'll be like, basically, Bruce will spend a rage point. Bruce will come out, so the bear spirit will be there, and it's basically going to be a prolonged, come at me, and he'll be getting Yagu to come at him. Bruce will respond, and a big case of a lot of back and forth, a prolonged training session. This is the very basics of, if you want to fight like this, you got to be able to give and take for a good period of time. And in my head, I'm trying to flavor that as that's why in a fight, Bruce keeps going and going and going like a cockroach, essentially.
Yagu, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Here we go. Bit disappointed.
13.
All right.
13.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You go on for a good half an hour, but Bruce, you begin to see Yagu kind of tiring out from this kind of constant grappling as well as constant training back and forth.
Okay. That's actually fairly important. He helps Yagu up again, say after half an hour. So, we're not done yet.
Oh my god.
This is what I mean.
Damn.
I wasn't kidding. Listen,
Yes.
get angry, and you stop thinking about how tired you are and how much everything hurts.
Jagu will stand up again and he will try to get angry, but it's just loose scream, but nothing more behind it yet.
Yes, that's good. So the Bruise will encourage him. Yagu's happy to do so. If Mark's happy to do so, they'll keep going for that full hour.
Sure.
All right. Make another Constitution saving throw, but with disadvantage.
Oof, oof, oof.
Come on, roll well. Come on.
I
damn.
hope you too.
Oh damn! This last half hour is hell. Bruce just keeps knocking him down, helping him up again, knocks him down, helps him up again, and actually stops helping him up and just says, "Get up, come on."
As you kind of stand up, you are breathless, your body is hurting, and then you hear something in your head. Look at roll 20. Just that.
Do I know the source of this or no?
No. Just that word just echoes in your head.
Oh, pigeon. Which word? Brr, brr.
Well,
Curious.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, with that, then Jagu will try to stand up once again if he has the capability also.
In my head, sure, yeah, it's training, so it's not like
Yeah.
a fighting to the end. And
I'm wondering. Let me look through some stuff real quick.
sure, go for it. Bruce would also say as well something lines of, "Yeah, that was tough, but this is where it starts. This is just the basics." And Bruce is also like panting, out of breath, like he looks like he's been through a workout as well, but he's still standing, sort of ready to keep going. This is how he fights. So he's been brought really out. He's bringing Yagu really out of his comfort zone and into sort of how he would fight.
Yeah, Jagu will just stand up very slowly, but he will stare at Bruce's eye and be like, "I'm not done yet," and he wants to keep going.
Good man. Right back into it again for the remainder of the hour.
Okay. And as the kind of hour ends, Yagu, you're on your hands and knees and you're barely able to stand. And you hear another word that whispers into your this time a familiar tone, a voice, multiple voices.
Imagine the hour has ended and Bruce kind of. That was a pretty vigorous workout. And he'll put a hand out to Yagu.
Oh, thanks. And Jagu will stand up as well.
You're a strong bugger, Yagu.
So are you.
Hey,
But,
you're the one out of your comfort zone right now. It's a bloody good effort. And if you want, we can keep doing this. But it's up to you. Even if you can't get in the connection of nature the way I have with their spirits, should toughen you up at least.
Well, it did something to me, so thank you for that. You already helped me enough.
You're welcome.
But yes, I would love to train more if you want as well.
Sure. Tell you what, you're a bit more of a worldly man when it comes to the gods and such. If you wouldn't mind picking your brain about. Well, I suppose getting in touch with your divine senses. That be all right with you?
Sure. You know what? On our way back, once we cross Baldur's Gate again, then let's have a talk about it, okay? Then we might
Sure.
be able to do something.
Yeah, I like that. Obviously, it's not with you or your god specifically, but more of a general sense, because I know nothing about that sort of thing.
I will got you. I will show you something I hope will help you as much as you have shown me.
Cheers, mate. He sort of slaps him on the shell. Just get some food and get some sleep. Go again tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. As you rest for the night, nothing happens. You wake up the next morning, and there is this kind of mist that kind of surrounds the air now. That kind of comes kind of. Oh, sorry. 1 second. That kind of takes over a little bit of the surrounding area. You continue your track, trying to keep away from the kind of boggy waters on the right, keeping to it as you've been told to follow. And you eventually end up close to a castle. I will tell you what this castle is. In the distance, from the mist that kind of dissipates a little bit, you see the outer walls of this castle, which seem to be breached and broken in many places. Its great gate is a gaping hole, and from the road you can see straight into the inner gates as well, which doors have also fallen apart. This, what former castle or a city, what you could possibly see between it and the outer wall, has become scrubbed with vegetation, pits and heaps of stony rubble. The central keeps a blasted shell, this gigantic skeleton of a dragon draped over the broken walls, and the interior of the area that you see has all kind of sunken in. Most of the surrounding of this area also stands relatively intact, but there is this mist which kind of changes from this kind of grayish tone as you get closer to it, turns into this reddish hue. Aki, as you look upon this dragon, without your knowledge, without you even attempting, a name falls out of your mouth. Halatathrala. I will put it down of how you pronounce it.
Not sure how easily it will fall out.
Aki chokes.
Halatathalia.
Halatathalia.
Yes. As you look at it, you don't know anything about it, but just this name just comes out. You all hear him say it.
Are you having a stroke?
But bless you.
Is this because of the book you just read?
I don't know. The dragon.
Yes.
Halatathley.
That creature is the name. Is that his name?
Can we
Perhaps.
do a history check?
Yeah.
See if we recognize it.
Sure.
Cool.
I assume that this name does not come with knowledge, so I'm making the check as well.
So I need everyone to make a history check with disadvantage, and I need Aki and also Ruin to make it as a straight roll.
Mine's an 11.
Was this history or I'm sorry,
History. Yeah.
history?
It's a big old skeleton. Can we harvest its bones for parts?
Okay. So Ruin and Aki. There's a lot of history about this place, which you would know by kind of its localized kind of destination. It kind of hits you both. This place is known as the Dragon Spear Castle. Halatatlir was a copper dragonborn who was, I guess, acquainted or had an ally named Darius. He was a dwarven ruler of some kind, and they used to kind of rule or protect this area of the kind of high moors of this place. You know that this Dragonspear Castle was also like a dwarven place where a lot of dwarves used to live and came through. The other thing that you know is that this dragon succumbed to a wasting disease that kind of made it weak and tired. But to how it died, you do not have the knowledge of. That is what I will give you for now. This was hundreds of years ago.
Aki will do his best to relay fragmentally what he knows or remembers.
Would is it like a pile of bones laying around, or what do we?
It is a large skeleton of a dragon draped over the walls at of the castle at the top.
Could I just get as close as possible? And I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna put 50 gold on the ground and just like a silent prayer. I'm just gonna say please enjoy your long rest.
As he puts the 50.
I do.
Go ahead.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
That fell out of my. I said that the same way that dragon once said Androthador to me. I didn't know it when I said it. I don't like this. I don't know if this is the book or this thing.
I don't think it's the book. It's something to do with. I mean, I know very little about dragon lore. I know there's a great deal of power in dragons just by their very existence, and you do share a lineage of some sort. Perhaps there's a connection simply by virtue of being draconic. Wait, hang on. That dragon we faced down, it was rather withered, wasn't it? You said this thing has succumbed to some kind of wasting illness. There's something going on here, perhaps? A disease?
Why would my mother mentioned the dragons being killed, their hearts being taken?
Really? Oh.
I don't
Well-
know of any disease that takes your heart, though.
No. This is them. They're being actively killed, and then their hearts are being taken. But is this illness why it's so easy for this for this band of people to do?
Easy's a strong word. It wasn't exactly easy taking out that decrepit thing that we had to fight. It nearly ended us several times over. Even if
Your-
it was,
Did
the
your mother
screws
say
sounded
what
dangerous?
kind of dragons that were being hunted?
Metallic, I think.
Yeah, you're not metallic though. You're not a metallic dragonborn.
No, for the moment, no.
So then we should be fine.
Aki and Ruin, both of you make a fate roll.
Ooh,
Come on. Come on.
What will fate decide?
I'm going high.
Hold on a second. I need to.
Rub his lucky socks.
I have a question. Would bardic
Okay.
inspiration work on faint rolls?
I'm gonna go high as well.
That
Ooh.
would be so insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should have gone low.
Okay.
You
Well,
should have.
Aki, if you wish to reveal this, that's up to you. But you would know that this dragon skeleton, something about it, you begin to kind of have almost a vision of it, like a spectral vision of it, and you realize it was a copper dragon.
Can Aki? Yeah. Is this skeleton up on the top of the castle, or is any part of it low enough to reach? No.
I mean, you guys can go closer if you choose to.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do when I was putting the gold down. I wanted to get as close as I could.
Hmm.
You want to
Do you
get
want to investigate, Aki?
Cool climb.
How high up is it from here? Would you say?
Whew, the base of it, because it's on almost like like a high hill, probably maybe
mean,
about
If it's as big as Ravenloft Castle, it's 300 feet high.
yeah,
But
it's pretty
up to
it's
you.
pretty big. No, the whole castle is pretty high, but please let me know if you do get closer, and I will let you know.
Yeah, I'll go closer.
So you go towards the outer walls.
I think Aki hasn't moved, so it's just Rune.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Aki doesn't follow, I'm still gonna go.
Hold
Closer.
on, Ruin. I'll go with you. Might be able to maybe help you out and get into. Maybe I could place you further up, give you a head
No,
start.
it's fun. I have a friend with me if I need help.
What?
Yeah, I didn't want to alarm you guys or anything, but I didn't really necessarily have the tools to bring him out. But he's always been around us.
I don't understand.
Don't necessarily want to bring him out if I don't have to.
May I insight Ruin? Because player and Bruce does not understand what Ruin
I
is talking
think
about.
I think this is one of the situations that you cannot really insight. It's up to him to disclose it. Like, you know there is more, but he's
sure.
choosing not to tell you. So it's
I'm,
just like
it's
No,
not that
I'm
I'm not
that's
telling you.
asking
It's Ruin doesn't really know how to explain it. It's like that's how he is explaining it. It's just it's something that he's discovered as he's gained his experience.
you could ask on character, Bruce, and try to get more information that way.
I just
Yeah.
did. That's why I asked Lucky if you would consent and say if not, though I can leave it at that then, and Bruce will well very
Ew.
well there.
It would just take a lot of. It would take power to bring him out, and I don't want to use any of my power if I don't have to right now.
I
He's very
understand.
friendly though.
Well. We have time in our travels. I'll leave you your privacy, and you'll
Like,
return to
We can always try to climb the castle the conventional way, but
It seems a bit dangerous. Maybe we should come back to it on the way. On the way home.
I can give it a go if you wish.
Oh,
well, I mean, go through a door and then use the stairs.
Nikki, could I borrow your mage hand?
My mage hand doesn't go that far.
It'll give me a boost.
About 60 feet. But that's about it.
Maybe me or Bruce can throw you even higher, so that's maybe better.
Wait, I have a question for both of you. Does your mage hand only extend, 30 feet away from you?
50 feet from me, yeah.
Well,
60 feet from me as well.
Same
so
here.
can you stand on your own mage hand, Ruin?
I don't think I've ever tried it.
Just
I'll just clap my hands together and let my mage hand appear.
I would say that.
let's break the game. Come
Yeah,
on.
I would say as you step on it,
I'm
your
1
mage,
inch.
your mage hand is you are slightly heavier than it can carry.
That's fair. I figured that was gonna happen. I was like,
Pretty feather falling though.
Imagine you just like flying everywhere with your hands like this.
wait, does someone have Featherfall?
Aki,
Oh, if only
Aki did, no?
Let's give
out of if only
No,
out
it
of
was
character. If only Dorothy was here.
Dorothy did.
Dorothy saved Bruce's arse when he fell off that cliff.
Yeah.
Fell off, walked off.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I didn't want to have to use. I didn't have to, but I'll just close my eyes and I'll just start repeating words out loud in Draconic. Please come out. You don't have to be afraid anymore. And then I'll summon a shadow spawn.
Okay. Shadow spawn it is.
As you summon your shadow spawn, will you describe to us how it looks like?
So, as you guys are just all kind of standing there, my shadow will just keep growing longer and longer until it just starts coming out from the ground. And it looked like it started off as 1 inch, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger until it looked like a normal size. And it's going to be a just the shadow of a of what used to be a human.
Wow, super cool.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the. Oh, don't yell at me. Sorry, the dog. It'll be the sorrow or despair.
Despair?
Shadow summon. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, but if we need to climb, guys, it moves pretty quick and it can assist us.
I can give it a go.
Yeah. He doesn't really have a name yet though, so I'll keep working on that.
Oh,
So you're all going in?
Yeah.
Alright.
Aki, do you want to come with us?
Yeah, Aki.
Is there anything anybody else can see here that makes them think this was a copper dragon?
not particularly.
It's a dragon.
Right.
I don't know if you can tell by the skeletons.
Just me then.
I am wondering though. A few things, but like, why does this seem untouched? I mean, we're quite on the open path, right?
If this is a wasting disease thing, are we sure we want to touch it?
Yes, I am quite allergic to wasting diseases.
It looks to only appear to affect dragons. I think we'll all be fine.
To my knowledge, a skeleton should not carry disease unless you
Exactly.
ingest it.
Assuming it's not magic.
True.
I don't know how these things always work, and I don't know why I think it's copper, but I do.
Perhaps.
And copper is a metal. So this is another one.
Okay. If you wish to come with us,
Yes.
you make sure you keep a safe distance. Don't touch the bones. Then.
Yes. I'm coming.
Let's go, shall we?
Do you leave? Do you
Ruin,
leave?
would you like to pop on my shoulder?
Oh, of course.
Sure. I'll gently.
Or I'll actually, I'll go with. I should really come up with a name for him soon. I'll actually go with him for it now.
Sure, of course.
And I'll just. The shadow spawn will just hold, or the shadow summon will just hold me in the palms of his hands.
Oh
It
my.
does that sound as he holds you.
As you all make your way into the castle, do you guys take your horses? Last question before I continue. You take
It's a
your horses in?
courtyard to sort of place them in that we can
think so.
wait.
Yeah, yeah. As you enter, you see it's all succumbed to vegetation and roots that kind of bind this whole kind of structure. You see the roots actually digging into some parts of the wall as well, breaking some of the structure as well. It looks very old and with it from time. As you begin entering through it, the mist is quite heavy and very still got this kind of red hue to it. And as you kind of move through it, looking up at the castle as it gets kind of bigger and bigger, you come to the kind of inner ward of this castle. The first kind of through the main gates and into the area. There are these kind of multiple steps, like a a set of stairs that kind of lead into kind of a double kind of broken doors into the castle itself.
Well, shall I go through first, or do you want to send your friend through, Ruin?
Yes, that would be safer, wouldn't it? In case there's something up ahead.
Sounds like
Shadow,
smart,
after
yeah.
you.
And you see the shadow starts moving.
What were you about to say there, Mark? I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, this seems like the safe thing to do.
All right. You're just sending your shadow in?
Yeah, he'll kind of like. I'll still stay with him, but yeah, he's just gonna walk forward.
Okay. As you see Ruin and the shadow begin taking the steps forward, you approach this kind of broken door. And as you go in, do you have dark vision?
Up to 120 feet, and I
Okay.
can see through magical darkness.
Nice.
Is only, just a quick question, only you going or is Bruce following as well?
Bruce would wait for the shadow to go on through first, and then would follow.
It's just what you notice is that when you are too close to the shadow, your speed seems to be slower for a second.
Oh, he notices it. He's like, "Oh my god, I don't." He'll step back. It's Ruin. I don't think your friend likes me.
No nonsense. He's very friendly.
Oh, look at him.
Hollow eyes.
He's probably just feeling a little down right now.
I would too if I was a shade.
Oh, that's a great name.
Shade.
Shade.
Bro, good show.
Yeah. Anyways, nothing's trapped, at least so far. Everything seems fine.
As you step through, you begin to see old weapons on the floor, old armor that lay inside skeletons of what seem to be dwarfs by their structure and height, and the wide kind of armor. You see them just dead to the bone, old, withered from over time. Cobwebs lay this whole place. As you enter in, you see some of the structure and pillars. They've also kind of collapsed, as well as the interior of it. What was probably held by these pillars has also kind of succumbed to the weight and wither of time and broken down. There are stairs that kind of lead further up into the castle, probably to another set of doors that lead into perhaps what would generally be like a main hall. On the side there are multiple doors, well, what would be doors which are not there anymore, that would lead to other areas within this castle itself. The stairs that you see in front of you have also kind of broken and crumpled in time. There is old ragged clothing, and as you look up you can actually see now a hole which you can see the carcass of the dragon from here as well, but it's still almost 200 feet up into the air as well.
This is quite a mighty fortress back in its day, it would seem.
Yeah.
As you all enter, make a perception check as well.
Is it dark?
It is dark in here.
Disadvantage for me then.
I was gonna say, like, looking at the 23. Looking at the armor, just because I know Lucky isn't playing Grey anymore and will probably not ask this. Any armor good? Any mithril?
That's a good question.
They are dwarves,
They are
and
dwarves.
they're old enough.
I will say make a face roll.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go for
Good shout.
I'm gonna go high. Hey,
Nice.
Stop taking on my luck.
As you look around, you kind of come close to one of these kind of dead bodies. You kind of begin inspecting it, and yeah, you do see like a mithril, well, very light chain vest underneath one of these kind of
nice.
stone. And with that
Oh.
natural 20 perception as well, you notice something else as well. Next to it, there is this unnatural colored stone. And when you look at it, it's black. And it has almost like this kind of a soot light kind of feeling on it as well. And there's kind of scattering of it. The more further you see it kind of going in towards the castle and inwards into the castle. You notice this only.
I'll mention that to the group, and also I'll say, does anyone want a mithril shirt? I found one.
Sure.
Well, you.
But
Yeah,
What's
you found
mithril?
it. You should decide who gets it.
It's sort of like it's dwarven made metal, but it's just as strong as like any other like metal you'd find. However, it's very light. It'd be like wearing a piece of paper. However, it'd be just as strong as any steel. Quite a thing of beauty.
Oh, my old professor, Professor Grimbeard, taught me about that once. Oh, he raved about the stuff.
It could
Well,
be a
then-
pretty penny.
As
You told us about the black soot stuff, right?
As you mentioned that, Bruce and Aki, immediately there is this recognition of the stone itself, and as you look further you realize this is very similar to what you found at
I know what it is.
Fort Morninglord.
Oh.
Praise rock.
Aki, does that not look familiar?
A little.
Fort Morning Lord. What was it that Hope said happened to that place? Let me check my notes.
Bad things, I think. I don't remember exactly. I remember a lot of rock around, but I just thought that was the fort. The fort was all but black.
The stone itself, that's... Where is it?
Could I try to pick up the rocks and smell it?
As you smell it, doesn't really have a smell to it. Old, kinda, but the blackness kinda covers your hand.
In the meanwhile, can Yaku cast Divine Sense and maybe sense something coming from it?
As you cast Divine Sense to it, you can immediately sense corruption and evil from this place. And as you do, you begin to hear noises coming from deep within the thing. Squawking of gargling noises of what could be creatures. Everyone make a, I guess, perception check at this point.
I don't like the sound of this.
No.
Yeah.
Never mind, I don't know what that sound is.
God damn it.
You begin to hear Yagu distinctively, and Maz, you've heard it before. These are screeches of goblins and hobgoblins, and all of a sudden you begin to see torches coming out from all across the castle up to the sky as creatures begin to kind of look down. Not 10 or 20, hundreds of them look down.
Guard the gates. Drum.
I suggest we leave now.
And they all begin to start climbing down these things, coming straight towards you. What do you all do?
I think we run.
I think
Can
we
try
run
some of
to.
them.
What?
Jesus, actually, the entrance they're coming from, can we see it?
Does anyone speak that? There?
No, not a bit.
Can we see the entrance they're coming from, and how decrepit is it?
Well, they're coming from the main hall, as well as all across above, out of the holes above, with some with torches in their hand of some sort of kind of light as well. The whole,
Can I see any form of way they're getting down, like any stairs or anything?
some through the stairs, some climbing down the walls. Just
I'm gonna
imagine,
just pick a
imagine
rock
Lord
and
of the
put it in my
Rings.
pack.
I'll shatter one of the stairs
Okay.
just to like cut some of them off.
All right. As you do that, you see some of them stumbling over, but the rest of them just jumping over some of them.
We're running. Turn around. Run.
They're running.
Run, run, run,
I'm
run,
gonna
run,
take the rock.
All
I
right.
scoop up Ruin as he picks up the stone. Let's go.
Okay. And as you do, you see
You're one, fellas.
Yep. You begin running out of the door. You see them coming from the sides, coming towards you, trying to cut you off. But you manage to get to your horses. Some of them start throwing spears at you. Let's see if I can hit a couple of people.
Actually, just
I'm
to
gonna
be
make
really mean, everyone's speed is reduced by 20 feet, apart from Ruans. If the creature is with you, if you're a spirit spawn, assist despair.
Are you gonna keep it on?
No. I'm gonna ask Jade to run back and try to slow them down as much as he can.
Okay. He puts you down, turns around, and just runs back in towards the horde. You just see him for a moment there before they just surround him, and you just see him just vanish instantly as multiple attacks goes towards him. You see the hobgoblins with their mouth and jaws wide open, goblins screeching towards you. You get onto your horses and you begin riding away. You see them give chase for a brief moment before you get to a distance, as they begin to kind of fade away into the kind of the surrounding areas. Perhaps not a good place to sleep tonight, and perhaps for you to travel onwards away from this
Take it.
castle.
Taken by darkness. That is what
Yes.
Hope said.
Yes. I imagine Fort Morning Lord is probably much the same.
Yeah. So, did you remember what the rock is?
It was the stone itself around Fort Morning Lord. It was cursed in some kind. I remember he told us to watch out for vampires and monsters and some such creatures.
Vampires?
Yes, yes. We passed We passed by Fort Morning Lord a few days ago.
You couldn't have said that sooner.
Well, I only noticed the stone, and then those things all appeared. We weren't going to Fort Morning Lord. I never mentioned it.
Wonder if you could clean this
Right.
off.
Sorry, Ruin. What?
Nothing.
We should pick up Carla the next time town we go to. I weirdly don't have any.
Did you take the mithril, or is that now in there?
I did take the mithril. That could be helped. I'll wrap it around my neck. The mithril, just like a scarf, kind
Why
at my
don't
neck.
you use it? Why won't you wear it?
Well, to be fair, my armor's pretty good. It's probably just as the same quality if I had to class its protective value.
Oh, very well.
It's a chain? It's a chain shirt.
It's a chain shirt, yeah. So it'd be 13 AC, and wouldn't provide disadvantage if anyone wants it. Or I can just sell it.
I have no needle.
I still have my shell, so
No one wants it. I'll take it. I'll
Here.
even offer you. I'll trade you this, and I'm gonna give him the love potion. The filter of love.
That is dangerous, mate.
Give out the
What
buy.
is that?
Is this a fair trade? I guess. I bought it off of Aki's mom.
What is it?
It was called a filter of love. I just kind of bought it thinking we could use it to trick someone.
That's dangerous stuff. That. Yeah,
Potentially. useful.
Tradesies?
yeah, sure. I'll take it off him and give it you.
I'll take the mithril.
Drowns in it. Ah! We're going to figure out a way to get it to fit you. Perhaps
Magic?
we get a few pieces. We get a section of it taken off. Have an armorer fit it for you.
Can we discuss the goblins? Just, are we far enough away from what's happening here, and how do we get past?
Bruce has been telling the horses to go, 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 go this whole time.
Yeah, you don't see them giving chase anymore.
so
Aki is sitting on the back of the wagon, looking back at the dragon skeleton, wondering why he feels like he knows something about it.
you do know this place is corrupted, right, Aki? I don't know if
I mean, it appears that way. It's not the building I'm interested in. It's why I saw the dragon as bronze. I don't know why I know these things.
What's interesting me is what you said about the actual dragons themselves. What's happening to them? Like losing their hearts, like losing organs.
That sounds like violence, to be honest.
I know it's just a creature that big. I mean, I've heard. When I was younger, I heard of a fairy tale like creatures, somewhat probably just in a far distant part of the Feywild I just never experienced. But I just remember this old sort of wives' tale of skeletal-like creatures that would steal the hearts of mortals, but never dragons. That's frightening.
But it sounds like magic.
Aki, your mother said it was metallic dragons specifically.
That is what she said. Or she said this is what she has heard.
Why only metallic dragons?
Let's not worry about that right now. Let's.
Something on your mind, Ruin?
Nothing. No, it's fine.
We've got plenty of time, just conversing, really.
Yeah.
true,
I-
but It feels kind of like a waste of time. It's like we're grasping at the loose straws here. We don't see the entire picture yet, so sure, we can argue about what could happen, but
Well, I do
it
think we're
sounds
arguing.
smarter to me to talk to an expert about this.
Well, what exactly do we know? Metallic dragons specifically seem to be targeted by this, I don't know, a group of some kind perhaps, or a powerful foe.
What are the nature of
And
metallic dragons? What is different about them? They
They're
are
always good.
so something bad would like to do away with good dragons.
People hunt dragons all the time. They take their armor, their blood, the hearts.
Rarely with such success.
not the big ones anyway.
And he was not small. And he was high.
Would you guys manage to do it?
Yes,
Was very sickly and
yeah, we think that one was the victim of whatever this, illness, maybe perhaps a wasting disease. I have no idea. I always thought that dragons got stronger the older they got.
I've like you put out his misery.
Nearly put us out of our misery, let me tell you. Even
Maybe
a small...
it was just those orcs, the goblins or whatever. Sorry, not orcs. Sorry, Bruce. The
Oh, no.
goblins back there. Maybe they were the ones who did it.
There were a lot of them. A part of me thinks that they may have just moved in after the place was ruined.
Huh? What?
Oh. No pun intended. I'm just thinking. Wait a sec. The above game. I'm only saying this because I think this was discussed way back when. It was mentioned specifically to the party at the time that Bahamut was the patron god of metallic dragons and Tiamat was the patron goddess of chromatic dragons. I think that was discussed to the crew.
I was the one who studied up on that.
I'm talking before Ruin even appeared.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it was discussed. Does anyone? I want to double check because I don't want to metagame this.
is that when we were looking at the statue outside of the church?
Possibly.
And it was the Church of Bahamut.
I think
Mhm.
Gray might have mentioned it as well. That's I
Yeah.
know. I think it was discussed. I want to double check with everyone who would have been there at the time because I don't want to metagame this because it could be important.
No, I think it was. I think that the introduction of Tiamat and the whole situation, you probably did do the research to know the meaning of the different dragons and their associations. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. However, like always, this is typically, so you cannot really fully judge, so it could be.
Yeah,
like
it's
maybe,
more of a general thing I'm trying to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
for here. It's
That's amazing.
So, metallic dragons generally associated with Bahamut, chromatic, with Tiamat. Is it possible? Is it possible the Tiamat cultists that are targeting these metallic dragons?
It
If
could
they
be-
are, they're much more powerful than we gave them credit for so far.
Yagu, what were you about to say?
What type of dragon did you guys fight? Also a metallic one or a chronomic one?
Good question.
Red. It was a red one, chromatic.
And you said it was sick as well, right?
It seemed that way.
So to me it sounds more like every dragon got affected by this disease. So the disease isn't targeting specific dragons, so we can assume this disease isn't made by the person who's responsible for the killing, right?
I'm not even sure if they're connected. These killings seem violent, but that skeleton, Aki, you said it looked like it withered.
Wait, hold on
One
a
we
second.
killed.
You said the dragon you killed was red, and he was very sickly.
It seemed that way.
But the metallic dragons are now sick. So maybe it's an unbiased poison. Maybe whoever it is just poisoning any dragon, not just metallic or chromatic.
Possibly.
Did we ever learn what color the other two that had been killed were?
Copper and silver.
So
That was the copper.
It was already a skeleton, though. How recent was his killing? Or how long ago?
1 copper,
I-
1 silver. Gold next?
I will say that the carcass that you saw in the castle looked very old. So perhaps it's not related
Okay,
Maybe
to the
okay.
killings. There.
Okay, so that one did look very old. These killings sound recent. This illness, perhaps a dragon-specific thing, seems older.
I don't know anymore. I don't know how I know of what I've said so far.
Bruce, can I borrow that mirror?
Certainly. I haven't used it today. Above Game Bruce has been trying to resend messages as the days have gone by. But discuss that in a minute. Here, please. By the way, this is Maz's mirror, so you should probably ask him.
Maz, can I use your mirror?
Yeah, sure, why not? Just, yeah, you know, one and all that.
Of course. Thanks. I think I might know some people who I think might help.
With what specifically?
You're trying to figure out about poisons and dragons.
Okay. That may become useful.
Yeah, so yeah,
There is a word limit to this message.
I think I can handle myself with a couple words.
You get 25, more than 2.
I could do that.
Place the mirror in front of Ruin.
It's more stressful than you think.
Really
As you're
quick,
having
though.
this conversation as well, Ruin, something comes to your mind, just a memory from your childhood, and you remember this game that you used to play called Houses and Humans sometimes, and it kind of strikes you just the resemblance of the wording, and you think, oh, that was funny.
Houses and humans. Oh, so I'm gonna. Can someone hold the mirror up for me just for a second?
Bruce will just hold up like that for you. Or
Do I have to say their names out loud, or do
Who
I
is-
just think it?
Who are you talking to? Who are you sending the message to?
I'm gonna try and send a message to Willavan or Celebi.
Which one?
Even number Celebi.
Okay. That's you, sister.
Okay,
Sorry, I was mute.
it's okay. So do I have to think it or say it, Bruce? The person I want.
I would just think of the person I wanted to send it to, but Maz will know more.
Maz?
It's been a while since I've used it. But out of game, it's been a while.
You have to say the
Well,
words. You have to actually say
Yeah, yes, you have to. You have to say the words ruin.
Okay, I'll say them out loud. And I'll explain later, I promise. Starting now, I'm gonna look into the mirror. Hi, Celebi. It's me. Ruin. Dragons are being poisoned. Please help. Emergency. I'm kind of scared.
Maybe they're being diseased.
They might be diseased. It's 20. Plus my friend is cursed.
Okay. Time passes. As you're saying this, you see yourself on the mirror, surrounded by smoke, and that's the image that you will be sending forward. And you wait for a minute, 2, 3, and then eventually you see on the mirror itself, you see the face of Celebi. Damn it! I was sleeping! Antitoxin and a concoction. And don't ever call me at this time. And the message ends.
Antitoxin and concoction?
He said he told you antitoxin and a concoction. Because you told him poisons and disease. So he cannot give you the solution for that. And then pretty much.
Pass the mirror back. That's my dearest friend, Bellaby.
Rather bad-tempered sort.
They're interesting. He's interesting. He said we should get some sort of antitoxin.
Some sort.
Poison.
It's not very helpful. Maybe.
No.
No, they're never helpful. I mean,
maybe.
he's... Yeah.
Maybe this is a problem for later.
Yeah, let's just go kill... Let's go kill and eat that Bahir.
Big pod.
Huh?
Eat.
There's gotta be some part of it we can eat.
All right. As you guys continue to have this conversation. It takes around about 2.5 days by the time you get to Daggerfort. Bruce, during this time as you use the mirror through the journey, there hasn't been any other responses. The mirror has not cracked, nor has the words that echoed before in your room returned back to you as of yet. But you still keep trying to get through to her for now, as this is the only means that you have to contact her. But as you travel for the 2.5 days, you see the sign of Daggerfort in front of you, and you know this is the place where you will meet the Enchanter's companion there. Just to finish off today's session, where are we? Yeah, here we go. All right. As you enter into Daggerfort, you see that surrounding the town walls is a modest moat. There are 3 crossings points at each of these, town's 3 gates. The one that you're coming from is the southern gate, which is called the River Gate. There's directions to the Farmer's Gate and also the Caravan Gate to the west. There are unpaved roads and old ramshackle buildings made of stone make up the appearance of this place. And it looks like a place that looks too stubborn to fall from time. You do see people there just sitting there outside in the kind of coat, watching you guys kind of roll in. In the distance, you do actually see a mountain range. But the funny thing is, the mountain range, there are 2 almost identical mountain ranges next to each other. It looks very freaky. It's like you're watching the same kind of design of the mountain right next to each other. However, on one of the mountains, you see in the distance, is a very large fire, which is probably, you can't really see what it's on top of or anything like that, but it's just this kind of blazing light and a flame that kind of flickers in the cold snow that you can see against the snow in the distance. But as you travel into this place, there seems to be just people around, just talking amongst each other. Do you guys talk to anyone or say anything?
I will try my best to find wooden states and garlic as quickly as possible. The mentioning of vampires has put a fear in me, and I'll buy at least 5 golds worth of each.
All right, mark it off. You definitely
I don't know
find
how much that is. It's not saying a cost. It just says
How
3
many
bundles.
sticks?
that's like at least a stack, maybe about I don't know 20, 30 steaks, or like 4 or 5 bags of garlic or whatever you want to buy. Yeah, a lot of it.
Fear of vampires. It's in the character.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but this small towns like this tended to be the place that, well, certainly in my experience, do not like people like myself or Aki. I don't know how they respond to a very, very small kobold or a turtle.
Aki will get off the caravan and walk alongside it as we're going in. From experience, wanting to be a little more mobile. And since it's very cold, I suspect there's a slight steam rising off of him as well.
Yep. I mean, people watch you go in, they don't really care, they just go back to their business. It doesn't seem they're not really bothered by you entering this place. It seems like a very dull and boring place, nothing really happens.
That was kind of why I was thinking, they might have not much to worry about, so they'll see a group looking like us and go, who the hell are you?
Yeah, you actually see like obviously a very low level party adventure that they are sitting in a corner, kind of like talking to each other and stuff. Like a level 1 adventure.
Good times.
Are there any evidence of town guards or any police or military forces?
There's someone just sitting who looks like they have some sort of spear in their hand and a shield. But it's just lazily just kind of sitting around.
Who were we supposed to meet again?
Well, if I know people, and I think I know people. Rob.
I'm looking for Barry Wolfhart.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Barry Wolfhart Jr.
Are we walking past anything that smells good?
Can't smell it, it's too cold.
I would have thought it would literally be visible and Aki would Wile E. Coyote float after.
Smells of like a bit of like manure around from animals, pigs, whatever. A dog running around as well.
These guys do not seem to be very aware of the fortress to the south.
I mean, it's a ruin. It's probably been there for a while.
What?
Our ruin, not you ruin. Our ruin.
I am your ruin.
Oh, that's very good. Oh, I like that. That's very witty.
I only mean 5 days from a goblin horde. I would have thought that would get out.
Well, maybe we should start telling them, hey folks, and I'm just gonna just shout out, there's a goblin horde south of your village.
You just see people kind of look curiously at you and kind of look around. And then at this point you see someone kind of stepping out. You see, well, I'll let Cisco kind of describe who this person is.
You see standing only 5 feet tall, that is quite short for a Firbolg. You see a young, smiley Firbolg on his 20. He has strawberry long hair all the way to his waist, and is clad in simple clothes, sleeveless top, shorts, and a cap, all matching dark green. And around his neck, he's wearing what it seems to be a wooden carved, painted apple-sized unicorn head. And he's just looking around.
Guess I
Next to him, kind of like on his shoulder, you actually see a little, what it seems to be like a bonsai tree, maple. He's got crossed legs, and he's got a big bloodshot red eyes hidden by all this canopy. And you see that the top of his head is burning endlessly. And as you actually smell just around, it smells like burning cannabis. Like really strong, like herbs, like poof, kind of hits you.
Yagu, this is your kind of guy.
Why me? I don't get it.
Very herbally, you and those cupcakes.
You see him actually beginning to approach you guys.
Hello, brochachos, is it you? I finally found you. I was waiting for ages. And you see him that he kind of like goes down into the table and put his hands there.
Agree.
Barry Wolfhart Jr., I presume.
Oh yeah, Palm Tree Delight, that's me.
Good show.
And as you all stand there, confused and somewhat delighted to see your escort to this bear, we will end the session here and continue on next week for this chaos to go even further.
Yay.
Well, we dodged a goblin horde, so thank fuck.
Thank you everyone for playing, guys. Amazing.
Thank you, Mo.
Hopefully we'll have thank you again. We'll hopefully have Joey back again in a full party next week. But until then, thanks to Darren Curtis and James Webster for their art and music. And if you don't catch us, and you please catch us on Sunday as we continue to play Dining in Barovia. Dining in Barovia, or next week Tuesday on Candleskeep Mysteries. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.